Welcome. Welcome to RE Lessons with John. Today is a bit different. I'm going to show you a prop, something that my brother's made for me. What do you think it is? What story in the Bible do you think it relates to? If I hold it a bit further, I bet you can work it out now. Yeah, you're right. There's Jonah. Jonah, who gets swallowed by a great fish. Strange story from the Bible. It's a book of the Bible. There's only 4 chapters. But what does it teach us? What happened to Jonah? What were the main points of the story? I'm just going to put him down there for a moment and I'm going to read you a few things. God asked Jonah to go to Nineveh, which was a corrupt city, an awful city, a terrible city that did not listen and did not do as God told them. God wanted Jonah to go there to tell them to change, or that God would destroy them. But this annoys Jonah. Jonah is annoyed by it. He didn't want to go. So what does Jonah do? He turned around and he ran away. He ran away by jumping on a boat. He jumped on a boat, went to the far ends of the known earth. He was there sleeping, but then he couldn't escape God. God sent a terrible storm. And the sailors on the boat, they were so scared, couldn't believe it. This terrible storm. And this man, Jonah, was asleep. They didn't know what to do. Eventually, they went to see Jonah. And Jonah told them, it's my fault. It is my fault because I didn't listen. I didn't listen to God. I've tried to run away, but God is chasing me and I need to do something. So reluctantly, the sailors picked Jonah up and threw him into the sea. Then the waves were calmed. The sailors were relieved, but Jonah was sinking deeper into the sea. But then God sent something, an extra large fish that swallowed Jonah up and put him inside him for 3 days. Jonah was inside this whale for 3 whole days. He had time to think, time to reflect, and above all, to stop moaning. But do you know what? He still did. But inside the whale, Jonah had time to pray. What do you think he prayed? What do you think Jonah said to God? What would you say to God? How do we pray? What do we do? After a while, after 3 days, the whale spat Jonah out, and Jonah was on dry land. And reluctantly, he listened to God this time and did what God said. And he went to the city. He spoke to the people, and they listened. They changed their mind. They did what God said. Jonah should have been pleased, but no. Jonah was a moaner, and he continued to groan and grumble and think, why? Why didn't God tell them off? Why didn't God do as he told? These were bad people. They should have been punished for what they did. But no, God was gentle. God showed love, compassion, and above all, was merciful. But this didn't please Jonah, and Jonah argued with God. Jonah was a terrible moaner, and he argued and asked lots and lots of questions. I want you to think, reflect upon this story of Jonah today. What does the story teach us? How do we act? How do we react? Do we listen? Do we do as we're told? Are we like Jonah? Is there a Jonah in all of us? Do we do the wrong things at times? But when it's time to listen, do we do the right things? Thank you. Thank you for listening to Jonah. And here he is. I'll show you again. There he is. Jonah and the great fish. He was a moaner, but in the end, he listened. Do we listen? Thank you.